Hello guys, welcome back to another weather video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Milton. I know I've been posting a while. It's been very self-explanatory. I've been very busy with school and trying to get some stuff done. Been very busy in life, so I haven't really had time to make any weather videos this whole summer. But here we are, we're going to be covering this one. And this one is going to be a storm for the books. Right now, this thing is a Category 5. It's probably one of the closest to strongest hurricanes to ever be in the Atlantic / Gulf of Mexico. We have a lot to talk about with the storm. This is going to be very concerning for parts of Florida, as it's pretty much guaranteed to hit somewhere from Tampa all the way up to maybe middle part of Florida. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. So you guys can see this is the satellite radar. Currently right now, we are seeing that the eye wall is starting to get wobbly and smaller. That's due to because it's going to weaken just a smidge because it's going to go through a eye wall replacement probably over the night, and you'll see by tomorrow morning the eye will be much bigger and this thing will be much stronger. So even if it starts weakening in the next hour or 3 hours from now, don't let your guards down on this thing because it is going to be facing an eye wall replacement. Also, it is facing some shear coming off of the Texas Gulf or the Mexico area. So we kind of got shear that's kind of pushing in dry air that's pushing onto the back side of it like this. That's why you kind of see it being sheared away like that. But that's not really going to be affecting the storm because the storm is way bigger and stronger. So that really won't be making a big effect to the storm. In fact, the storm is going to keep on strengthening. So, if you come over here to weather nerds, like I said, we got the shear that's going to be up here, dry air. But look at this. We have nothing but moist air around it. You know, we have this cluster of moist air right in front of Florida, which is kind of helping it too. Just pumping all that moist air into it. But like I said, you got this dry air that's going to be right there. And as it's making its clear path to Florida, no dry air whatsoever is going to be affecting this thing. But, like I said, we're going to be taking a look at some things. We'll be taking a look at tropical tidbits, some models to see where we can maybe pinpoint where this location is going to be. It is definitely going to be from all the way from maybe north, a little bit north of Tampa, all the way maybe to the south part of Clear, all the way down to south of Florida. So we're going to have to definitely watch out with this thing. This thing is going to be major catastrophic damage we're talking about. Probably making a category 3 to 4, if not maybe a 5 possibly, depending how the storm does. Now I know when it gets right in here, it is going to weaken maybe a hair bit because we did have Helene that came through here, stirred the water up, and cooled it down maybe a few degrees Celsius, but not much. So it really won't affect it, but maybe a hair. So here we are. We're going to take a look at some of the stuff. So right now, this is the cone prediction. Right now, you guys can see we have a lot going on this map. Majority of Florida is covered in some type of watch or warnings. So we're talking about hurricane warnings from Tampa Bay area. We're talking about tropical storm warnings for parts of the Panhandle. We also have tropical storm watches for the top part of Florida right in here. Also going up to Georgia and South Carolina coast. And then we come over here to Miami. You guys are same thing. We're gonna have tropical storm watches, and then over here where we have the blue / this right in here, that's gonna be tropical storm / hurricane watch and tropical storm warning. So all depends how this is gonna be making this track. Right now we have a prediction of it making a little bit north of Tampa Bay, if not dead center in Tampa Bay, which if we look at this is very catastrophic. This has hardly happened in history. If not, it hasn't even happened at all. So this is very shocking, and that fact that we had Helene that came through about a week ago, making landfall in the Panhandle up here, doing catastrophic damage to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Virginia, and also Florida. Well, this is going to be more catastrophic damage because Tampa, you guys just got over with Helene with a bunch of surge. Now, this is going to be way worse and the sights for this is not looking pretty at all for parts of the Floridas. So that is the cone right now, predicting around 1 a.m. Thursday, which is really bad because those nighttime landfalls are very, very bad. But then again, 1 p.m. Wednesday, so you will start to feel the effects probably around, I would say 1 p.m. Wednesday, if not Wednesday morning. Florida, you'll start to feel those effects. We come up here, we're going to go to wind speed probabilities, and we come over here. This is tropical storm force winds. You guys can see as we keep moving forward, this is going to turn into 90% for most of Florida. Now, come over here to hurricane probability. Hurricane force winds are going to be more on the right side of the storm, so that's why you can kind of see on the storm. That's where the storm is, center of the storm. It's always on the right side, so the hurricane force winds are always going to be on the right side of the storm. Not saying on the left side you can't get hurricane force winds, but right side's always more prone to having those 120, maybe 100-mile-an-hour gust. In some cases, maybe 70 in some cases. Now, I won't say if you're on the left side, doesn't mean you might not get a 60 or 70 gust. That's very possible with this storm right here. But the storm is going to be very, very bad. We're going to have to be watching out for this. So we come over here. We're going to take a look at the wind history real fast. We're going to take a look. So right now we've had tropical storm force winds. Right now this is the center. Like I said, we are seeing, of course, hurricane force winds, always a probability. We'll come over to the rainfall real fast, take a look at this. Right now the models have been underdoing the forecast models. Now I will say the thing that's going to be working out with the storm, this storm is going to get out fast, very fast. We're talking about it's probably going to be within a day. We come over here and look back at the cone real fast. If we take a look at it, we're talking about it's going to be crossing the whole. It'll be by Thursday. So we're talking about exactly probably 6-7 hours. We're going to talk about makes landfall around 1 a.m. and then so exactly 10 hours. That's a pretty fast moving storm in my opinion. But like I said, we'll go back to the rainfall total. Take a look at this. Very catastrophic. We're talking about parts of Tampa Bay. You guys going to be 6 inches. Parts of Jacksonville also 6 inches. Parts of right outside of Orlando on the coast around 8 inches. Now keep this with a grain of salt. There could be a lot more rain. There could be a lot less rain. But the main thing is going to be a scary thing with the storm is surge and wind. The wind and surge is going to be the majority of the death of the storm. Like I said, don't be dumb. But like I said, don't be dumb. Be smart. Turn around. Evacuate because, like I said, people are hurting right now. We've lost a bunch of people due to Helene. We don't need to lose any more people for the hurricane season. So, like I said, we come over here to the surge, peak surge. We're talking about 10 to 15 feet. That could go up more. As we get closer to forecasting, it could possibly hit 20 feet. I wouldn't be surprised for the Tampa Bay area. We come over here to the parts of the east coast of Florida. You guys 3 to 5, which is still pretty decently. That's enough to cause some surge on those low line areas that are below sea level. We come over here. We're talking about 5 to 10 feet for parts of some of the rivers and right outside of Tampa Bay. But like I said, Tampa Bay, you guys are going to get the most brunt of this surge. Now, I'm not saying it could be a little bit more. It can come all the way down here. It all depends how the track's going to be moving with the storm. The storm could be a little bit north, smidge north. It could be a little bit more south. That's when the models are going to play. So like I said, I would take a lot of this with a grain of salt until we hit about maybe a day or two before landfall. So we're at Monday right now, so I would take this until, maybe Tuesday night. Well, okay, this is where it's going to pinpoint, because, like I said, the models keep going back and forth where it's going to be landfall. Now, a lot of the models have been better in sitting here and saying, okay, it's going to be right outside of Tampa Bay. If not, it's going to be on top of Tampa Bay. So we have had some hope on where it's going to be making landfall right here. So we're hoping the models stick with that and doesn't do a 360 overnight and smidgely down a little bit or even move up, because then we're talking about, like I said, even this area right here, even 1 to 3 feet is going to be still pretty bad, because you guys are still going to get rain, and you guys just got over this. Same thing with Georgia and South Carolina. So we have some things to worry about with this thing. So we're going to take it over. I'm going to show you guys the key message real fast. I'm going to pause the video if you guys want to read this. I'm not going to read it exactly, but here it is. If you guys want to pause it, take a look. Alright, so I'm going to go to the Safari real fast. We're going to take a look at Tropical Tidbits. So here we are right now. This is going to be, let's see, we're at 30 hours from now. And we take a look. Right here, we're talking about, we're talking about a pressure of 957. That's pretty catastrophic for parts of Florida. Even though you guys, like I said, Tampa, even clear waters, you guys just had some significant surge. And I know people are desperately suffering right now. And Tampa Bay, I'm sorry for you guys, but if like I said, if this holds right here, we're talking about, this is gonna be many years for you guys to come back from. And like I said, it's already worse enough you guys have had Helene, and Helene didn't even make direct landfall on you guys, nor did it even come very close to you guys. It was maybe a good 100 miles, if that. But still, could you imagine, this is going to be right on top of y'all, and Helene wasn't. So this is going to be 20 times worse for you guys. But like I said, if you live anywhere in Florida, hunker down. We got to pay attention, because we're talking about, this could really do some damage for parts of Florida. Like I said, don't stay in Florida right now. Let's evacuate. Make sure everyone is safe, because there's a lot of people without homes right now. So make sure we're evacuating. I know the governor of Florida, you guys, he's done some things to help you guys, providing free Ubers to shelters and everything. He's also helped out. He's talked to a few hotels for offering free for guests. He's trying everything in his power right now to help people, because he knows a lot of people in Florida right now are basically without a home right now, especially in the Tampa Bay area. So stay with your local government, listen to him, and also pay attention to your local meteorologists. They know better, because they know the area a lot better. At the end of the day, we're just a website media. We cover on stuff. We don't truly know what's going on over there. I hope you guys take the storm seriously, because this is going to go down in history. This might be one of the worst hurricane seasons, because it's been quiet, but it's also been very expensive. Let's just say that. I know some of the models were showing earlier that we may see a third one, but we're gonna take it one storm at a time and take it at a time. Like I said, we're not gonna go ahead, we're not gonna jump ahead and be like, okay, yeah, this is what's gonna be happening, blah blah blah, this and that. But I do want to make it aware that there's a possibility that something like this could happen again. Like I said, showing something every time. But like I said, turn around, don't drown. Like I said, I know my hearts go out to everyone that was affected by Helene, and also my hearts go out and prayers go out to people that are going to get affected by this storm. I hope you guys have a good night, and like I said, please evacuate. This is not a joke. People have lost their lives from Helene, and the storm's gonna make another example out of people that didn't evacuate. So please, listen to your local government. I can't preach that enough. And that's the reason why I'm trying to drill this into this video, is because this storm is very, very, very dangerous. I think the most strongest storm we've ever had was in record history that was recorded was a 895 or 885. One of those two, and this storm might break that record. So just to show you guys how dangerous it's going to be, even on the cone, the National Hurricane Center is showing major hurricanes. So I hope you guys listen, and like I said, Florida, you guys are going to get it bad, and it's been a really bad hurricane season for you guys, Florida. I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe. Until next time.